Hello, my dear students. Today's topic is speaking. We are going to have a dialogue based on invitations. What expressions we use to invite someone, what expressions we use to accept or refuse an invitation. So we have some sentences here we use to invite someone or when we accept an invitation or refuse an invitation. So the first one, do you fancy going to? This is a phrase we use to invite someone. Sorry, I can't make it. In this case, we are refusing an invitation. Sounds good. Duket fantastike. It's a good idea. In this case, we are accepting an invitation. No problem. Again, we are accepting an invitation. All right then. And count me in. Both these phrases are used to accept invitations as well. But what are some words we use or phrases we use to invite, accept, or refuse someone? Have a look at the table. When inviting someone, we can use these phrases. Would you like to? And we need a bare infinitive. For example, would you like to go to the cinema? How about going? After the word how about, we need a gerund. In this case, for example, going. Do you feel like? And again, we need a verb with ing. For example, do you feel like going to the cinema? Do you fancy? Again, this is an expression, a sentence we use to invite someone, and again, we need an ing form. For example, do you fancy going to the cinema with me? Let's have a look at the sentences we use to accept an invitation. I'd love to. That sounds good or great. And count me in. Of course, there are even more, but these are very used. Refusing phrases for an invitation. I'm afraid I can't. I'd love to, but sorry, but I can't make it. Now here we've got a dialogue. We're going to read the dialogue and then we're going to have a look at the two posters. We will read the dialogue and then we will find out which poster does the dialogue is about. Let's go on. The dialogue is between Lisa and Meg. Meg, what are you doing on Saturday night, Lisa? I don't know. I haven't really planned anything yet. Do you fancy going to the opening of an art exhibition? An art exhibition? Why not? I haven't been to one in ages. What kind of exhibition is it? It's an exhibition of the works of Craig Wilson. He does wonderful paintings of everyday street scenes and cafe society. I'm sure you'll like it. Sounds good. Where is it exactly? It's on the Saturday night at 8 at the Marner Museum. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't make it at 8. I don't get home from work until about 7. No problem, we can go later. It's open until 11 p.m. How about 9 p.m.? I can pick you up if you like. Okay, count me in. All right then, see you on Saturday. Now have a look at the posters. What do you think? Which of the posters is about the dialogue? Have a look at the title, Craig Wilson's Street Life. And here we have got profilers. So the dialogue was the Museum of Craig Wilson, as well as we have got the opening hour from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. And now we are going to have some pronunciation. How do we read the auxiliary verbs when they are at the beginning or middle of the sentence and how they are pronounced at the end of the sentence? When is it weaker and when they are stronger? Weak forms of auxiliaries are used when the auxiliary verb is at the beginning or middle of the sentence. Strong forms are used when the auxiliary is at the end of the sentence. They are even more stressed. Now, let's practice together. Please listen and repeat with me. Weak, strong. We have got the verb do. Weak, d. Strong, do. Then we have here does, weak, and strong it's does. Has, an open A, right? Can, Now we are going to read 2 sentences practicing pronunciation. Be careful. Do we remember what we said? When the auxiliary is at the beginning of the sentence, it is weaker. Then when it is at the end of the sentence, it is stronger. So let's try. Have you got any posters in your room? Yes, I have. Does your dad work in the museum? Yes, he does. So we have a homework for you. Do you remember the 2 posters? The Craig Wilson one and the Profilers? We read a dialogue about the Craig Wilson Museum, street life, street paintings, right? Now it is your turn to make a dialogue. You are going to use the phrases we read at the beginning, the useful phrases that are even in your book to make invitations, to accept or to refuse, as well as this poster, the date or the time and the place of this poster to make your own dialogue. Thank you for your attention.